Welcome, electronic video guests, to the outer limits of the trading card hobby TTM. Through the mail, we seek to have the famous and the infamous sign the trading cards and photographs we send to them through the mail. Today we have 8 such specimens to examine. 8 trading card autograph request returns to examine on the camera. So if you like seeing envelopes being cut open, you've come to the right place. Sit back, relax, and get ready to enjoy the fun presented to you absolutely 100% advertisement free from the worldwide YouTube video airfill. Can you believe that? And we can make one more guarantee for you. These specimens we will examine are guaranteed to be 100% NASCAR and PGA free. That is correct. No car drivers, grease monkeys, or putt-putters. These are real athletes or celebrities. All right. TTM time. Let's take a look at some through the mail returns. Number 1 from Jacksonville, Florida. Jacksonville, Florida, TTM number 1, Duval. Let's see what we got from Jacksonville. Ah, beautiful. Look at that. 2 1969 Topps cards signed by Mr. Woody Woodward. 80 years old. Look at these sweet old Topps cards. Look at that. In 63, Woody was named Florida's Athlete of the Year. Look at the prize he got that. She said, nice going, Woody. That's quite a prize. Woody Woodward. Look at that. That's 2 beautiful 1969 Topps cards. Oh, Woody was a weak-hitting spare infielder. He played 9 years for the Braves and Reds. He had a lifetime batting average of .236. He had only 1 home run in 2,187 at-bats. The closest thing to a career highlight is finishing 3rd in the National League in 1966 with 17 sacrifice bunts. Oh, Woody finished 3rd in sacrifice bunts for his career highlight. Well, he did have more success as a college baseball coach at Florida State. He made 1 College World Series. Then he did pretty good as the general manager of the Seattle Mariners. He made the playoffs in 1995 and 1997. He drafted Alex Rodriguez and traded for Randy Johnson. Pretty good old executive. Woody Woodward. Thank you, sir. 80 years old, you signed these 2 1969 Topps cards. Really appreciate that. Oh, Woody Woodward. All right, let's see what we got next. This is coming to us from San Bernardino, California. Very nice. From Mr. Chris Krug. Let's see if old Chris signed the card. What do you think? He got his nice, what's that? Got his nice Christmas stickers out already. Very nice. Chris Krug. Not Chris Kringle, Chris Krug. Let's see. Oh, look at that nice old card. Look at that sweet old card. He signed that beautifully. That is a sweet looking card. 82 years old. This is a 1966 Topps card. Look at that card. That is sweet. Chris Krug. He played parts of 3 seasons with the Cubs and the Padres. Lifetime batting average 192. He hit 5 home runs. Now, after his playing days were over, he started a business called Athletic Turfs, and they were the company that built the ball field for the movie Field of Dreams. Chris Krug. 192 lifetime hitter. Look at that sweet old card, though. 1966 Topps card. Let's see if old Chris answers any questions on the note. Chris Krug. Let's see. Let's see what he had to say here. Chris Krug. It says, did you enjoy your time with the Cubs? Yes, very much. Any favorite teammates from those old Cubs teams? Bob Henley. All right, well, very nice. I don't remember the name Bob Henley, but he was your buddy, and we're glad to hear that. Chris Krug, thank you, sir, for signing that 66 Topps card. Look at that old Topps card. All right, what do we got next? Uh-oh, this one's coming to us all the way from Cleveland, oh ho ho. Cleveland, oh ho ho. The Mistake by the Lake. What do we got from oh ho ho? Cleveland, oh ho ho. Let's see, we got our note in there. Looks like he answered some questions. Oh, Mr. Vern Fuller on another 69 Topps card. He signed that nice with that black Sharpie. Beautiful. Look at that. Vern Fuller, 78 years old. Look at that sweet old card. Vern spent most of 64 on the disabled list, coming to bat just one time. Well, that's better than old Jane Austen Meadows for the Tigers. Vern probably had a real injury. Said like old Jane Austen Meadows, this bizarre season he had with the Tigers. Old Vern Fuller, 78 years old. Look at that. Signed this 69 Topps card, a part-time second baseman and third baseman. Played 6 years with the Indians. Lifetime batting average 232 with 14 home runs in a very undistinguished career. Vern Fuller. Thank you, sir. Now let's see if he answered some questions on the note. Mr. Vern Fuller. What does he say here? Any favorite teammates on those old Indians teams? His roommate, Larry Brown. They must have been very close. Toughest pitcher? Jim Palmer. That's a good one. All right, old Vern Fuller and Larry Brown had a lot of fun together, roommating it up. Very good. Vern Fuller, thank you, sir. Really appreciate that. Now, this next one here's got me a little baffled. It's coming from Mr. Art Still, the old great defensive end from Kentucky. He put it in this giant envelope instead of the one I sent him. Makes me wonder. It doesn't honestly feel like there's a card in there, so I'm a little nervous we got a price list or something. I don't know why, what's going on. He didn't send the card back. It's in this giant envelope. Art Still, defensive end from Kentucky, played a lot of years with the Chiefs. Let's see what he sent us. Art Still. What in the heck did he put in this? What? Uh-oh. Oh boy, we got Jehovah's Witness tracks. All right. Okay, Art. Why don't you send the card back? There's Art's address if you want to get some Jehovah Witness. What does this say? In light of the current circumstances, COVID, hope this letter. Throughout my whole sports career, we said Matthew 6, we're taught to pray this way. Have you thought of what we are praying for? We're asking God's kingdom to make conditions on earth like they are in heaven. How powerful is that kingdom? Daniel 2:44 says it is a government by God to remove all the governments on earth and last forever. Notice what God's kingdom will do. Revelation 21:3-4 says, with that I heard a loud voice from the throne say, look, the tent of God is with mankind, and he will reside with them, and they will be his people, and God himself will be with them, and he will wipe out every tear from their eyes, and death will be no more. Neither will mourning, nor outcry, nor pain be any more. The former things have passed away. I recognize you are busy, but would love to get your thoughts. My email address is abs67@gmail. Write that down, people. It's always refreshing to converse with kind people who respect the Bible and want to make positive difference in our communities. I look forward to your thoughts. Enjoy this beautiful day and stay safe. Stay safe. Art Still. Well, that is very nice. This is a Jehovah's Witness tract, and I'm not a. I want to put this politely. There's some doctrine differences I have with Jehovah's Witness. They have some interesting thoughts about the personage of Jesus that I don't agree with, but I'm glad Art is studying the Bible, and I don't claim to be the master of the universe, but if there is a God out there, which I do believe there is, and there is a Holy Spirit, I hope he guides everybody into the truth. And let's just leave it at that. But I appreciate him taking the time. He's concerned about the state of our soul, and he sent us this nice tract. He didn't send the card back, but hey, this is this is more important in the long run of getting your eternal getting eternity lined up right. So I don't know where the card is, but that's all right. Art Still, thank you for taking the time, and maybe I'll send him an email and say, hey, you know what? Thanks for sending me that. I know a few things about Jehovah's Witness. Here's what I think. Here's who I think Jesus is. What do you think? Well, we'll see. But Art Still, thank you, sir, for putting that big envelope together for us. Art Still. All right, now this one here is coming to us from Kansas City, Missouri. Kansas City. Here we come. Let's see what we got from Kansas City, Missouri. Well, look at that. Well, he did use our little envelope. He sent the, I don't know why he just didn't put it in the big envelope. That is really something else. Art Still, well, thank you, sir. Well, I really appreciate that. He gave me he put a special package together for his Jehovah's Witness stuff, and then he sent the card back in my envelope. I really appreciate that. This was a great old football player. 1977 All-American defensive end of Kentucky. Number 2 overall draft pick in 1978 by the Chiefs. He played 12 years in the National Football League. 4-time Pro Bowler. Career high in sacks, 14 and a half. He did that twice in 1980 and 1985. Great old defensive end. Art Still, one of the best football players ever to come out of Kentucky. Fantastic. That's a beautiful old card. I'll tell you what, that's kind of an unusual way he sent all that together, but we thank him for the card, and like I said, if you want his email address, you want to talk to him about issues on the Bible and who Jesus is, here's all his info. Send him an email. Tell him who you think Jesus is. And we'll see. Like I said, the Holy Spirit will guide us into truth. I don't claim to be everything, but from what I know now and what I've been shown, I think they have some errors about the personage of Jesus, but at least they're trying to get to the kingdom of God. Art Still, thank you, sir. Really appreciate that. That is a beautiful card, a beautiful signature. I thank you for taking the time and trouble for the card, the letter, and the tract. Art Still, fantastic. All right, that was interesting. All right, let's see what we got next. Coming to us out of Orlando, Florida. The envelope, well, chewed up, beat up. There's a piece of tape on the back, all crinkled up. It feels a little thick. Feels a little thick. Is there a price list in there? Oh, goodness gracious. Let's see. What is all? What we got? Is that our note? That thing is stuck in there good. What in the... Whoa! Look at this. Jack Youngblood, one of the greatest football players of all time. Look at that. Look at that fancy signature. This is the card I sent him. He got extras. I sent him this 1985 Topps card. Look at that. That is a nice looking card. Beautiful signature. Like I said, one of the greatest football players of all time. 72 years old, a fantastic defensive end, both in college and the National Football League. Had an amazing career down there in Florida. Had a 5-sack game against Florida State in 1969. All-American in 1970. First round draft pick in 1971 by the Rams. Played 14 years. 7-time Pro Bowler. 5-time first team All-Pro. 2-time sack leader. National Football Conference Defensive Player of the Year in 1975 and 1976. 151 sacks. The 1970s All-Decade Team. Unbelievable. Look at that. That is something else. One of the toughest, hardest hitting players of all time. Frequently played through injuries. True Hall of Famer. I believe he played one game with a broken leg. Remember that? Can you imagine the way these players today limp off the field every other play? Take games off for a sore shoulder? Unbelievable. Jack Youngblood. Well, I sent him this card, and before you all get your panties in a bunch, I did send him a fee. Y'all are always so worried about whether there was a fee. I sent a $15 fee. This fellow is one of my favorites when I was a kid. Great player. I sent him this card and $15, and look, he sent me a couple extras. These are some sweet-looking little cards. This one here is some type of Topps Hall of Fame card. Again, beautifully signed by Jack Youngblood. Look at that. That is a sweet-looking card. Hall of Fame card. And then he sent me this Upper Deck card with his, that's I believe was for his Florida days. Look at that. Florida defensive end. Look at the look on his face. Jack Youngblood. He was a great player down there at Florida. Great college player. Look at that. Look at that. Named to the All-SEC 25-year team. What a great player. I'm telling you, I don't know if many of you guys has seen this guy play, but he was one of the greatest of all time. So, yep, I sent him a $15 fee. Don't fret over it. Save you some time from getting down in the comments field asking if I paid a fee. $15 fee, well worth it. Got 3 cards. Sent him 1, got 3. Let's see what he put on that note. The Hall of Famer, Jack Youngblood. Oh, look at this note. I don't even think that's... I don't know if I can read that. He wrote on the... Very hard to make that out against the background of the note. What does that say? Because I asked him about time at Florida and all that. Coach, I cannot read that. The only thing I can read is where it says, God bless you. And then he signed it again. Well, thank you, Mr. Youngblood. Look at that. Let's look at those 3 cards again. It's a Hall of Famer. One of the greatest. Look, that's a nice photo on that 85 Topps card. Then he got his Hall of Fame card. And his Florida All SEC 25-year team. Fantastic. Great returns from Jack Youngblood, a true football legend. Well, that is a highlight of highlights. Let's see what we got next. It'll be very tough to top that. Denver, Colorado. Well, they're down there in Colorado. We're waiting to see if Lauren Boebert is going to get reelected or if they're going to throw her out on her butt. Let's see. It's a very tight race. Very tight race down there in Colorado. Let's see what we got. Oh, that's a nice card. Look at that. Stadium Club signed by old Goose Gossage. Very nice. Hall of Fame relief pitcher. We got 2 Hall of Famers in a row. Goose Gossage and Jack Youngblood. That signature looks great on that Stadium Club card. 9-time All-Star, 3-time save leader, 1978 World Series champ with the Yankees. And he was such a MAGA blowhard, the Yankees had to ban him from spring training and their old-timer games. He's popping off so much on his MAGA nonsense, the Yankees said, don't bother coming around. Goose Gossage, thank you, sir, for signing this Stadium Club card. Look at that old blowhard. I appreciate him signing that card, though. Goose Gossage, that's a nice signature on that Stadium Club card. 2 Hall of Famers back to back. Now, this last guy here, he is not a Hall of Famer. Wonder if you guys know that name. Roe Skidmore. This one's coming to us from Illinois, Roe Skidmore. This fella had a very interesting career. I wonder if you guys are familiar with Mr. Roe Skidmore. This is stuck in here. What did he say? Oh, we got a bonus card from Roe Skidmore. Look at that. Here's the card I sent old Roe. He's 77 years old. This is his 1971 Topps rookie card. Look at that sweet old card. He signed that beautifully. Now, old Roe played 10 years in the minor leagues. He only appeared in 1 major league game, September 17th, 1970. A 9-2 loss to the St. Louis Cardinals at Wrigley Field. He pinch hit for Joe Decker in the 7th inning, and he had a single off Cardinals pitcher Jerry Royce. He's one of 94 players in baseball history to finish with a 1,000 career batting average. Oh, Roe Skidmore went 1 for 1. They never got him out. Roe Skidmore, 1 at-bat and 1 hit. How about that? That is something. Look at that sweet card. He sent us a nice postcard of himself with his Cubs uniform. That's very nice. Nice picture postcard. Really appreciate that. Beautiful. Well, let's see. I asked him about being a 1,000 hitter. I also asked him about Leo DeRocher. I says, I read somewhere a lot of players couldn't stand him. What did you think of him? I said, I believe Ken Holtzman said he was a terrible guy. Let me see what he says here. He says, yes, Leo was a pretty tough guy to be around. He didn't much like the young rookies. Well, isn't that nice? This is a great return from Rose Skidmore. He says, thanks for remembering. Well, I really appreciate old Ro. That is fantastic. He signed his rookie card, and he sent me a picture postcard. Well, we had some great returns today, didn't we? Hall of Famers, 1,000 batting average guys. Unbelievable. TTM fun. Well, we are ready to hit the stop button on yet another TTM video and dump this thing into the worldwide YouTube video airfill. God willing, we'll be back in a few days with some more. Until then, remember, enjoy the rest of your life.